using admin as my username, and we're using my password in. And when I log in to the application, it loads very fast. By the time I get as you can see, the application is on Mozilla. It's written on Mozilla, and it's something that could be run intranet based on our computers in the school. So now this is the application here. At this part of the application is supposed to be customized with the name of the school, the pictures of the students of the school, and as you can see on the front page of the application, he has birthday students and he also has birthday staffs. So he brings out the students that are having their birthday today and the staffs that are having their birthday today on the front page of the application. So now let's go straight to the bursary department and pull up the application. This is where the full accounting system of the school is being run. It encompasses of the school fees area. It has the salary and it has the expenses. The school fees area has the quick insert payments. This is where payment is being inserted in the school. School fees of students have been collected. Now take for instance, let's select the students. When we select the students, it shows the school fees record of this student. Like take for instance, school fees record of no name, which is a demo name. We're using the demo. So his school fees is 75,000 naira. The total amount of person plus payments plus deduction is 118,000 naira. So now let me make a payment for this particular individual, and let me say I'm paying 6,000 naira, and let me decide to give him an SMS alert. The SMS alert sends an alert to the parents once the payment, once the save button is pressed. Then we save. Once we press the save button, we notice paid at 8,000 naira, a deduction of 100, and now the deduction had been made from 110,000 naira. We have now 110,000 naira. From here we will decide to print the receipts of payments. 110,000 balance, 8,000 paid, and from there we could also decide to choose teller number, teller payments. We could decide to edit the payment that has been made. We could edit the entire payments. We could print this whole sheet. We could also decide to check next time bill. From here we also have the school report that shows exactly who has paid and who has not paid. That shows a full report of payments in the school, payments in the whole entire school, and summation reports like full tuition, the full tuition of the whole entire grade that has been selected. I could decide to select all classes. I could decide to select by classes. I could decide to select entire. I could decide to make payments over. I could decide to select payment people who have paid payments over 4,000 naira and people who have paid less. Then we also have view payments, which views the payments, individual payments that was made during a particular day. Now we have like today, we have like from the first of this month, 2 payments have been made. The payment of 9,000 naira, the payment of 8,000 naira we just inserted now into it. We also could generate the debtors report, which is brought out in Microsoft Word. It brings out the details in Microsoft Word, it brings out the details, saving all the debtors of the school, bringing them out on an Excel sheet. Then we have the debtors reports. Now the debtors list brings out the whole debtors in the whole entire school for the particular, as at this particular date. It brings it out in Excel. So should in case you have printings you want to do, or you have a major probably if you have a major presentation of the data that you want to do, you could also do it. You could use other Excel features like summing it up and every other features. So now let's get back to the application, and we have the expenses area where you can search for expenses. You could decide to search for all expenses that have been made in the school from the beginning of a particular month up to date, selecting the type of expenses, or deciding to send it generally, discounts, recharge, whatsoever, and you could also create the various type of expenses at the admin area. It does full salary. It also handles full salary. Come to configuration, where we configure the salary of each staff. The staff salary is being configured into the system, in which you could also print your payroll individual. Okay, in the academic area of the application, let's go into that section. We have the school reporting area, and we also have the insert area. So now the insert area is where we insert the examination result of the student and also the assessment result of the student. Obviously, the various type of assessments we have in the school can be created. We could decide to create as many assessments as possible that we have: test 1, test 2 assessment, teachers assessment, midterm test, test 3. We could do as much as possible as we want. So we could decide to just, okay, like take for instance now, let me see, second term, grade 7, agric science, the first test. Then I view. Once I view, from this place I'll be able to view the results, then add scores. It brings them out in males and females for the various classes, and makes it very easy for you to be able to insert data like 7, 8. I could also use the tab button that makes it very easy for inserting. And so I edit assessment. Or probably also we also have insert in order, which is we could insert in the various orders. We have various orders of inserting, and like, okay, and we could insert. We could also have the batch inserting area, where we can insert all the entire result of the assessment result of the students at once. We also that's also an area that is available in the application. So one of those other things that we could do from this area is we could insert in batch, we could insert per subject, and we could also insert in Excel, then upload into the system like this. It brings out the bar for you where you insert the student. It has the student name already in it and everything. Once you insert the results in Excel, it will be uploaded directly into the application. It could be inserted directly into the application system from the Excel results upload area, where you insert, you select the total score of the exam, you select them, and you insert the CSV assessment upload into the system. We also can do the same thing for examination too. We can insert the examination, we could insert with Excel, and we could also insert the whole entire exam at once. Then we have the school reporting area, where we have the view. You can obviously view reports on the entire assessment of the students of a particular class. You can view them in positions. You could view them in the various grading systems you want to use. Like this loading now is loading grade 8. Now the few results are inserted are here now, bringing them in, bringing them out. We have, okay, male, female, grade 8. We have grade 8 male, female, and we also have the total results. We have the view examination results too area. We could do the whole entire school's academic recording in this application. We could also generate reports. We could generate individual reports cards. We could send to their parents' emails, and we could assessment summaries telling us who passed and who failed in the exam. So many other things that it could do that we might not be able to cover in this little tutorial. Alright, we also have the messaging area of the application. The messaging area of the application gives us gives us a system in which we'll be able to communicate directly with the parents via text messaging. It has an inbuilt bulk SMS system. The application has an inbuilt bulk SMS system in which you could write a message: hello parents, want to tell you about your kids. Okay, we could decide to send the message to all parents, to either parents or staffs. If you are sending to parents, we select the send button. Once the send button is, we could decide to click a class in which we are sending to. If you want to send to the father and mother, or you are sending to just the father of the child, it does entirely that. You could uncheck, you could check a student, you could check a student in, you could uncheck a student in. It does entirely that before you then confirm the message, and it loops the message to the whole entire student of grade 2B, telling them, hello parents, want to tell you about your kids. It's sent to the father and the mother's phone number, like it's inserted already in the system. You also have a debtors alert which is being sent. It brings out the entire students of the school, of the class, and the amounts they are owing. If you want people owing above 20,000 naira, you type 20,000 naira. From 20,000 and above, it brings them house, and now has a message like which I read. Yes sir, you have paid 100,000 out of your 209,000 naira for ambassador, no name fees. Please pay up the balance of this. He does that exactly and brings out. Now you will notice that the amount we have for the second student is different from the amount we have for the first student, different from the amount we have for the third student, and thereabout. So with that, we could always send them alerts. We could always send alerts, accurate alerts to parents at home on how much they are still owing the school. With also the message could be edited for each student. Sir, just a reminder. We could decide to change the message that we want to send for a particular parent. We could decide to be more constructive about it. It could be edited and customized from the configuration section. We also have the private messaging, where you write your message, you write your originator, and you write the text message and send. And this is where you verify your messages, the messages that have been sent in the past, the one we are about to send, the one that has not gone. We could also decide to delete messages from here. We could delete messages. The issues, you see issues, it's been deleted. Hello parents, want to tell you about your kids. It's also showing here as pending because I don't have an internet connection connected to my computer right now, so the message has not gone. So the messaging area does everything that has to do with communication with the parent via text message, which is the fastest means of communication to parents right now. We have the school reporting area. The school reporting area brings out an exact and appropriate school report on what has been happening in your school from the beginning of the date you did. It brings out, it encompasses of an entire record of how much has been paid today. We could decide to check the record from the beginning of the time. We could decide to check the record from last time to this time. We could decide to check the record we could decide to select a date in which we are checking the record from, and it brings out the amount of total discounts, total salary, total and it brings out depending on the kind of expenses that has been created into the system, and it brings them out with the amount. So with this you can get this report and daily track and kind of track your expenses and how much you've been spending in the school and on various kind of drawings. Also, this particular message is being sent to the school administrator stroke proprietor of the school every day. He gets an email with the data on this screen every day. With also he gets the debtors report of the school. He gets it on his phone every day. He or she has the audacity and permission to deny or accept the message, so it won't be a spam. Finally, we have the configuration area of the application. The configuration area encompasses of everything in the application. Finally, we have the configuration area of the application. I won't want to go too deep into this, but the configuration area is where the students are being inserted, the staff's data are being inserted, and all the various expenses types, various assessment types, examination, and all configuration of the application is being done. It is scalable and very fast to use, very easy. It's very easy, and so many other security features are added at the configuration area of the application. We also have the whole entire application structured and well secured with an MySQL database and running on a CoFusion server, which is more secured than running on PHP. So we hope you purchase our application. Thank you very much.